Hey everybody, Wolf here. So, this does not appear to be the Wolfineer. Yeah, sorry, that was a bad joke. I know. I couldn't resist. Anyway, yes, the Wolfineer is still alive and well. And I was going to wait and do this video in sequence because currently I'm way behind on my video editing. Right now I'm still uploading videos to YouTube from late July. It's going to be a good month or so before I can get to the videos that are related to this topic today, but I got kind of anxious. I wanted to share this with you. So I got myself a new toy. I want you to meet Jack. As in Wolf Van Jack. I know, corny name. This is my newest addition to my camping setup here. This is going to be taking place for a lot of the bigger adventures. Wolfineer's not going anywhere. Actually, it's still parked over there at the moment. I have to clear some room out in the driveway still to get everything into the driveway this winter, but you can see through the thick gardens here. But this is I just purchased this a couple weeks back now. It's a 2006 Ford Econoline E350. Kind of a beast of a van, way more than I needed, but a friend offered to sell it to me for $1,000, and I just was not going to pass that up. As you can see, it's a little on the high mileage side, 216,000 miles. It's a little higher than I'd like, but so the van's going to need some work. But as you can also see, I got a lot of room to play in here. This is a big space. It's going to really upgrade my camping abilities, things like that. So I'm looking forward to getting this on the road. So this is a temporary setup I'm working on. I'm planning a full build out, but I'm probably not going to start that until next year. I just got too much stuff going on this year. So I just did a temporary build out that I'm working on here. I've got the bed. It's actually one of those roller cots. I just put my mattress set up on it. Got a couple of old pieces of furniture which really do need a good cleaning, but we'll take care of that. Got this old desk I'll be able to set up here for storing things in. Probably will actually do the bulk of my cooking. Plastic drawer unit from the Wolfineer will probably sit in this area, as well as my refrigerator and my toilet. So I'll be fully equipped. You see I got plenty of room for chairs and stuff in the back. So it's enough to get me going. So I have some plans for the build out. Let me talk about that for a bit. Plan probably will change before I actually start the build out, but that's why I wanted to try it and get a feel for the van before I did anything, to see how exactly I'm going to use it. So the bed itself will probably still be right about where I am right now, where this bed is, and maybe moved towards the back a little bit more so it's not right up against the driver's seat like it is right now. I'm planning a full cabinet countertop along here with lots of storage underneath that will actually wrap all the way around the back of the van. Eventually I even plan on having a small sink, stove, things like that. I have an extra 27-inch computer monitor / television that I'm planning on installing in here along this wall someplace. So yes, I'm going to need some power. Eventually it is going to have a very large lithium iron phosphate battery system on it. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but I'm looking at buying 4 3.2 volt 280 amp hour cells, and I'm going to build my own battery pack for the back of the van, which is going to power the screen, computers, refrigerator, all that stuff. I will be pulling out the full interior, all the roof and plastic trim, everything else, and build up more of a wooden type interior, but I'm going to keep it lightweight. Wood paneling mostly, some insulation definitely. I'm going to put laminate flooring down, that sort of stuff. It's going to be a full build out. Now of course it's going to take time, it's going to take money, something I'm a little short on right now. So it's going to take a little while for the full build out to happen, but that wasn't going to stop me from using it right away. Like I said, the first things I got to work on is mechanical and rust issues. There's unfortunately a fairly significant rust spot right at the driver's position that I'm going to have to deal with, but that'll come later. I got too much stuff going on this time of year Many of you know I do a big Halloween and Christmas stuff, so I will be tied up with those things coming in the end of this year. So most of the build-out stuff, rust stuff, things like that probably won't take place until next year now, because I got this van so late, but that's okay. I'm still going to get out on the road with it. I got these things here. I got some furniture in it, so I got enough to be functional. A lot of the stuff is just going to be the stuff that's been used in the Wolf and Ear is just going to get moved over here and used in here instead. I'm trying to keep the cost down as much as I can. I've already replaced the power steering cooler. It was a $15 part at Amazon, pretty easy to replace, so I took care of that. And today we're actually going to work on setting up a system there to put some blockage, some sort of curtains, basically just going to be old sheets and blankets, but put those up over the windows so I can just have some privacy when I'm out camping, because I just need something. In the Wolf and Ear, I've got those foil panels, the insulation panels that I can stick up in the windows, but I haven't figured out the long-term plan for privacy in here, so I'm just coming up with a short-term solution. So I'll show you how I'm going to set that up in a few minutes. But it should be a fun project. I'm really looking forward to getting this done. But as I said, my YouTube channel is about a month behind right now, a month or so behind, so it's going to be a while before the YouTube stuff really starts showing up. I just wanted to get you guys, show you guys this video right away here, just so you can see what I'm working on here. I'm just getting anxious. Not going to make the YouTube channel wait until I get caught up to that one. But the rest of the build-out video, yeah, it's going to wait until I'm through all my other backlog of videos before you start seeing that stuff coming up. And yes, the bed is plenty comfy here. Be nice once I have sheets, blankets, pillows, things like that. But we're going to work on the windows covering for now, get that all up, and so we'll have some privacy. And after I get my van back from the shop, after I drop it off in a couple days, we will get the rest of this build out set up, and hopefully in about a week we're going to head up to the White Mountains with it for a couple nights. You can see it still has all the seat belts and everything else in it. It did have 2 bench seats. I've taken those out. In fact, if anybody wants them, they're up for sale. I will not be putting them back in the van again. You got the tool. You can even have the brackets. I don't have the tool right now to take those out, but I got to find that. I got to get those out because I don't need them on the floor here. They're just trip hazards for me. So, the window covering. My plan is, for now, I'm just going to put some eye loops up in these corners in the van here. And I'm going to put a string around, big loop around the whole van, and just pull it tight. And then just going to grab some sheets and blankets and hang them off the rope. Quick, cheap, and simple. You can see I've got all the eye loops in now, all around the entire van. I've also added this little tie down here. This is where the rope is actually going to tie to, so it gives me some place that I can easily pull some tension onto it and stuff. So that's going to be the final tie point for both ends of it. So the next task is to actually attach the rope. You know, I can never work with this rope without it getting tangled. Happens every time. Alright, as you can see, I now have a rope installed around the entire perimeter of the van here. Little blue paracord. So I'll show you how this is going to get used now. So this is what I was figuring on. Just grab random blankets and sheets and stuff, and I can drape them over the windows. No, it's not pretty, but it will work for now. when I do the full build out of the van, I'll have wooden window frames around each window, and I can put up proper curtain rods and things like that and have permanently installed curtains. But for now, I'm just keeping things as cheap as possible. With the rope going behind there too, I'll just do a blanket that basically just covers all the way down to the floor. And the same thing with the front too. I got a rope across the front here too, you can see it. I'll just drape a blanket or a sheet or something over the front too, they don't have to try and cover up all the individual front windows of the van. Just put a blanket up there and I'll have the privacy. So this will work. This will get me going on my first adventures with this van. No, it's definitely far from a full build out, but it'll get me on the road. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and I'm really looking forward to some of the adventures I'm going to get in here with the van here. I'm sure I'm going to have some interesting stuff coming up. In the meantime, it'll be a little while before we get back to the van on the YouTube channel. With that, remember to slow down and enjoy life. We'll talk to everybody later. We'll go back to our regularly scheduled camping trips and get caught up back up to real time pretty soon. As you can see, it's a little on the high... Really?